I'm back here to do a video specifically on a certain topic which I feel is not getting enough coverage right now, and it's shocking to me purely because of the kind of ripple effect it can have, especially on Andrew and Tristan. They're being detained for something they've not done without evidence. Now, recently, and on 3 or 4 different occasions, 2 of these victims, I'm doing that because they're not, have come out clearly on media, numerous media outlets as well as social media, saying we are not victims.
It's been 2 days since I chose to come out publicly about the recent events of Andrew and Tristan Tate. I really want everyone to see how corrupted the system, the country and the authorities are. I am not a victim. Beatrice is not a victim. There are no victims in this case and there is no crime. I'm not a victim even though the prosecution is telling me I am.
Then we saw them on BBC, a very reputable news source or media outlet, speaking. And that's when it took my attention. I was like, wait.
Ai fost amenințată?
Nu, n-am fost niciodată, dar suntem prieteni buni de 2 ani de zile, cam așa, poți să mă treci pe mine ca și victimă, dacă eu n-am spus că sunt o victimă.
BBC won't really interview without doing their due diligence, but you never know, it could have been slipped up, there could have been bad research done, okay. But then a newspaper called Gondel in Romania, a very reputable newspaper there, confirmed through their sources as well, and the judiciary have confirmed that yes, they were on the victims list. Their names were Jasmine and Beatrice, okay? So they tried to visit him in jail and they didn't give them visitation rights. Why? Because they said you are seen as an alleged victim of a crime. And they're like, we are saying we're not victims. We want to, not only are we not we're saying we're not victims, we want to go and visit them. What does that tell you? I want to get clarified on this. Beatrice and Jasmine have clearly said we're not victims. The judiciary have accepted this. With all due respect to Romania, why are you not clearing their names and why are you not making this public? And why, if this is the case and you've seen, there's video evidence, they're not held at gunpoint, Andrew and Tristan are in jail, there's no threat to these girls, they're coming out clearly on their own accord saying this. Why are Andrew and Tristan still in jail, number one? Why are you not removing them from the victims list? Why is this not public information? Why are you not accepted? This is scary, and this is scary to residents of Romania, to all men in Romania. If the prosecution or the ICOT, which is the kind of police system over there, can just point a finger and say, you know what, they're accusing you of this crime, and the victim, alleged victim, say, no, I didn't accuse them, but they say, no, it doesn't matter, we're saying you are a victim. What kind of society is that? It's going to be lawless. That means everyone can say, police might not like you, and say, you know what, I don't like you, you know, that person over there, I'm going to say you tried to kill them or steal their car. But the victim says, no, they didn't. No, we're saying they did. Is that society? How can you take that seriously? How can they be in the EU doing things like this, such corruption? How can you be even seen it? Now it makes sense to me why they haven't got the Schengen rights in the EU. It makes sense. It's starting to make sense a lot why they're not being accepted. And honestly, I'll be surprised if they keep their seat after this case. Wrongfully detained for nearly 60 days now without evidence. The defense came to say, look, let's release Andrew and Tristan. There's no evidence. Again, no new evidence brought together, but an extension's come. Guys, whether you like Andrew or Tristan, it doesn't matter. Whether you like their message or not, whether you hate him, it doesn't matter. It's okay. Have your opinions, no problem. But this is justice. We're talking about people's livelihoods here, wrongfully in prison. If you accept this, you're accepting everything. Why is the case not started? Because there's no evidence. So please take away your biased opinions on who you like or why you don't like them and look at it on a logical point of view. Take emotion away. On a lawyer's perspective, look at the evidence. There's nothing there. And as a human being, we have to stand up for corruption like this. And please, I want you all to stand up for this and put this to a light, because really this is illegal and it's affecting some, this is human rights being violated. We talk about human rights, the Qatar, the World Cup, Dubai, LGBTQ. Where's the human rights of 2 people here? 4 people, sorry, being wrongfully detained for something they've not done, when the witnesses, the only evidence you have come out and said, we are not victims of this. I mean, that's it all. There's nothing more to say on it.